Today, I'm exposing something I used to hide. Not a small flaw, not a little habit, a real weakness that almost destroyed my life. Impulse control, not something sexually, but physically, emotionally, mentally. This is one of the reasons I let this avatar speak for me while I stay in the background on these videos. So for the haters commenting about I this and I that, keep it moving if it bothers you. It's not because I'm scared, but because I'm finally mature enough to tell the truth about who I used to be. People always saw me as the quiet one, introverted, low-key, minding my business. But being quiet doesn't always mean being peaceful. Sometimes silence is just the fuse before the explosion. Monster energy. And for a long time, that was me. I didn't communicate with words. I communicated with my fist. If I felt disrespected, I didn't think. I didn't breathe. I didn't pause. I just went in their mouths. And I'm telling you right now, that kind of impulse is the fastest way to lose your freedom. I came from humble beginnings. I used to borrow clothes when I was younger, trying to blend in, trying to survive school without being noticed. But when people see struggle on you, some of them treat you like a target. I remember walking into school wearing my cousin's shirt or of the dirty clothes hamper, still smelling like his cologne, and hearing the whispers, the jokes, the pokes, and every time someone pushed me, I pushed back harder. Not because I was tough, but because I didn't know any other way to respond. I wasn't fighting them. I was fighting the feeling of being small, being overlooked, embarrassed, and that lack of control followed me everywhere. Suspensions, falling behind, getting left back. And one moment that changed everything. A moment where my reaction hurt someone who didn't deserve it. There was a day in high school, and I'll never forget it, when a fight broke out in the classroom and ended in the hallway. I saw red. I reacted before I even knew what was happening. And in the chaos, someone tried to break it up. A teacher. Someone who didn't deserve to be in the middle of it. Someone who was trying to help. And because I was moving off pure impulse and wiping the floor with one of the high school bullies, I hurt her. Badly. That moment changed everything. Suddenly, it wasn't just boys being boys. It wasn't just another fight. Suddenly, it was real consequences, real danger, real fear. One of my punches broke the teacher's jaw. After the fight and ending up in the principal's office, I remember sitting in that office, hearing words like charges, assault, expulsion. I remember the look on her husband's face, anger, disappointment, disgust. He wanted me buried. But you know who saved me? The very woman I hurt. She stood up for me. She told them I wasn't a monster. She told them I needed help, not punishment. Although my behavior followed me into adulthood, that moment stuck with me. Because sometimes the people you hurt the most are the ones who show you the most grace. People love to talk about the fights they won, the victories, the moments they felt powerful. But let me tell you something real. You don't win every fight. And the ones you lose, they stay with you. There were times I got beat up and embarrassed. I got jumped because of my reputation. There were times I walked home with my shirt torn, my lip busted, and my pride shattered. Although that only happened 2 totally different times, I told myself the same lie. Next time, I'll go harder. But the truth was simple. I wasn't fighting them. I was fighting myself, my ego, my insecurity, the inability to walk away, my inability to breathe, the inability to think. And that pattern followed me into adulthood. Different environments, different situations, same reaction, same heat rising in my chest, same urge to handle it, and I did. It felt good at the time. Let me give you a story, part real, part symbolic, but the message is the same, where this will be an ongoing fight to control my impulse. In my now mature years, there was a night I was leaving a corner store. A guy bumped into me on purpose, looked me dead in the eyes, and smirked, said something slick under his breath. The old me woke up instantly. My fists clenched, my vision narrowed, my heart started pounding. I could feel that familiar heat rising, and in my mind, I saw two futures. In one future, I reacted. I let my ego take the wheel. I handled it. And I saw myself in cuffs. I saw flashing lights. I saw my future evaporating. In the other future, I walked away. Not because I was scared, but because I was finally smart enough to see the trap. There were words said in that moment, but it ended with me breaking contact. But it represents 1,000 moments while in my adult years where I had to choose between my pride and my future. And I'm glad I chose my future. Here's the truth men don't want to admit. Some people talk tough because they want you to react. They want you to lose control. They want you to be the one who crosses the line. Because the moment you do, they'll play victim. They'll call them boys on you. They'll flip the script. And you'll be the one dealing with the consequences. I've seen it. I've lived it. I've watched men get baited into situations that ruined their lives. And for what? Pride, ego, a moment of satisfaction, a moment of teaching someone a lesson. That's not strength. That's not masculinity. That's not power. That's emotional immaturity disguised as toughness. In the world we live in today, you don't get second chances for that kind of mistake. Today, I'm a different man. Not perfect, not fully cured, but disciplined, controlled, aware. I work on my health. I work on my mind. I work on my future. I try to be an asset to my community, but I won't lie. The old me still lives deep inside me. When someone disrespects me for no reason, the thoughts come. The urge comes. The flash of how good it would feel to react comes. But I don't move on it. Not because I'm scared, not because I'm soft, but because I refuse to throw away everything I've built over a moment I won't even care about tomorrow. That's what maturity looks like. Not perfection, control. A man's greatest weapon isn't his hands. It's his self-control. I had to learn that. If you can't control your temper, you don't own yourself. Your emotions own you. Triggers own you. Your past owns you. And let me tell you something else. Impulse control isn't weakness. It's power. It's protection. It's discipline. It's survival. The strongest men aren't the ones who react. The strongest men are the ones who can feel the fire rising and still choose peace. Not because they're scared, but because they're wise enough to know the cost of losing control. Fellas, hear me clearly. Impulse control will save your life. It will save your freedom, your future, and your reputation. It will save your family from heartbreak. It will save you from yourself. And this goes for everybody. Men and women, stop testing people you think are soft. Stop assuming someone won't get at you. Stop poking at people's triggers. You never know what someone is carrying. You never know what someone is fighting internally. Control your emotions. Control your reactions. Control your impulses. Because once you lose control, you lose everything that matters. So the truth is, raw and uncut, your pride wants to win the moment. Your impulse wants to win the argument. But your future wants you to walk away. And the man you become depends on which one you choose. I'm not suggesting that you to be soft. I'm telling you to be smart and disciplined. To be the kind of man who can feel the storm inside him and still choose peace. Because the world doesn't need more men who react. The world needs more men who can think. More men who can breathe and can walk away and control themselves. Fix the impulse, and you fix your life.